very good morning and welcome to the program. The Voice is coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja. My name is Medina Azaki. And today we're going to be talking about a killer, a silent killer among the young, the old, and even children. But before we discuss that, let me go straight to my panel. I have in the house Felicia Donka. A very good morning. We also have the only man standing among two women.
Well,
Mr. Casey or CK, which one?
Mr. Chidi Kenneth, just for my friend.
Okay, so it's CK.
Yes.
I think I'm changing it the other way.
It's allowed. Blessed are the only man amongst women.
Okay, all right. A very good morning and welcome.
Thank you.
At this point, we'll take a short break, and when we return, we'll play a video, and that will, set our discussion. When we come back after the break, stay with us.
It looked harmless, just like sugar. His mother doesn't know where he is.
Where is my son?
Dear parents, please listen carefully. The drugs our children are using today are not the ones we knew before. They are stronger. They are cheaper. They are more addictive. And they are more deadly. One is called ice. Ice is the street name for crystal. Methamphetamine, a powerful stimulant, drug that directly attacks the brain. It can cause madness, strokes, psychosis, organ failure, and death. And once a person is addicted, quitting becomes one of the hardest battles of their life. Here's what makes ice so dangerous. It looks completely harmless. It can look like sugar. It can look like salt. It can look like seasoning crystals like Ajinomoto. Parents, if you find strange white crystals in nylons or sachets anywhere in your home, do not ignore it. Your children won't call it methamphetamine. They use code words you may have already heard and not understood. Ice, crystal, shabu, glass, makpuru mamiri. Ice, crystal, shabu, glass, makpuru mamiri. Charlie, sugar. These are all the same deadly drug. If you hear these words often around your child, do not brush it off. Be alert, be very alert. Ice is expensive. A single pinch costs between 2,000 and 5,000 naira. A gram, 15,000 to 30,000 naira or more. And doesn't just destroy health. It turns good children into criminals. Ice enters the body in different ways: smoking, snorting, injecting, mixing in drinks, or even licking crystals directly like sweets. Every single method leads to the same destination: the slow, painful destruction of the human brain.
I'm proud of you, son. You know you can talk to me about anything, right?
Yeah, I know.
Parents, the most powerful drug prevention tool you have is your voice. Talk to your children, not when something goes wrong, but today. If you find strange crystals, notice sudden mood changes, missing valuables, or your child withdrawing from family, act immediately. Seek help. You are not alone.
I will talk to my child today.
I will say no.
I will watch.
Speak up, stay alert, save a life. A public awareness message by Muhammad Ali Abbas. Together, we protect our youths.
Welcome back. We have just watched the video. A very heartbreaking situation. I don't know which one parents have to contend with. Is it looking for money in scarce resources or taking care of the home front? But let me ask you. Let me throw up a question. At what point did our children get to this level of taking drugs? I remember growing up, we don't know anything about drugs. I don't know anything about drugs. I don't know if you know or if she knows. No.
Okay, maybe I should start.
Yeah.
Okay, once again, my name is Chidi Kenneth. I'm a father of 5 daughters.
Okay. Proud father.
Proud 5.
Yes,
proud father of 5 daughters.
5 beautiful daughters.
Beautiful ones. So I'm expecting different canopies when it Okay, let me start by saying, first of all, drug is...
Okay.
A child, one of the things you want to know about a child needs attention. A child will always want attention. And that is why I always advise fathers to be present at home. Because they fight. For example, now these days, there's this change we're saying when girl children seems to be more attracted to their fathers, the male children
To their mother.
to their mothers. And you don't push them away. Part of the attention is that, you know, a child is innocent from age 3. Comes home, mommy, they gave me biscuits. And you don't even pay attention to look at the biscuit. It starts from there.
It starts from there. Very true.
So that's why I said it is gradual. Now you train your child to report everything to you. Like my own daughter, if you give my children anything now, even when I'm here, they will wait to call me. Daddy, they gave me so and so. Should I take? I will have to give them order to take. It starts from there. So negligence is another thing. When you neglect them and you don't pay attention, you are careless as a mother or as a father, then it starts. Now, let me give you another instance again. In our own generation, I used to say something that we are privileged to witness 3 different generations. Our fathers, our own generation, and the Gen Z. Now, the Gen Z generation, we were trained by different factors. Parental training, environmental training.
The community itself.
Community itself. But now,
it's your home.
We only had 2 training. Our fathers and ourselves.
And the phone.
No, our own.
Okay.
Phone did not train us. But Gen Z has 3. Community itself. But now,
it's your home.
We only had 2 training, our fathers and ourselves.
And the phone?
No, our own.
Okay.
Phone did not train us, but Gen Z has 3. Father, themselves, and then phone. Unfortunately, the phone is the worst. You see a child at age 3 glued to the phone for 4 hours. And the parents will allow that.
Because they don't want distraction.
Yes.
Just get busy.
Just get busy. And your child will be busy. Even drugs can also be taken through music.
How? How does that happen?
Okay, you know some of these code languages you hear? Schwabs, Murumiri. Music has a way of passing a message systematically and gradually to your mind. It is the only form of communication that influences the left side and the right side of the brain at once.
Wow.
Because somebody can pick up a knife and kill somebody after listening to a particular music. That is why even in the military...
Is that powerful?
Yes! Even in the military, before you go to war, there are what we call gyration. There are music that stimulates you to even pick up a gun and your morale will be high. You can ask the soldiers, they will tell you that. Even at the university level where we have what we call the university confraternity, before they go to their normal HITs, the hits they go to, there are songs they sing. And when they sing the songs, you transform. So it starts from all those little codes that you neglect. You allow your children to listen to some song. And we have a popular musician, I don't want to call his name here. Everything is singing is promoting drugs and sex.
And the government allows it?
Because they use codes.
Okay, so you have to unravel the code.
It's not for you not to, you see, you know, when my daughter is playing a particular music, I like to find out, well, do you know what this man is saying? All this street language you hear, nothing the ba, which they happen, no lele, all those things were generated by musicians. So these are the gradual things that happens, and parents don't pay attention to it. Then of course, before you now start talking about peer pressure, start from there. The attention you pay to a child first, the music the child pays attention to, then the movie
that he watches.
He watches. When he sees somebody takes a particular thing and that person is feeling irate, that person is smiling, he wants to experiment. The child is, mind you, the child is inquisitive, very curious by nature. That's when you tell the child, don't touch this particular object. The child will want to go and touch that object. So why did mommy say I shouldn't touch? So it's a whole lot of job to do watching a child. So I will leave it at that point until you bring further questions.
Yes. I wondered how to react. Yes, yeah.
Well, for me, parents lost the essence of when they began to, communication was being divided with the coming of the new technology. That's the phone. And even when they do communicate, what kind of language are they using to communicate with? Like all those slogans that they use, as you made mention of. Imagine a parent who doesn't have time for his or her own children. The woman is drinking or the husband is drinking alongside with the children. You are communicating in a language, you are telling them this is what the family is all about.
Drink.
Yes, to drink. If I can sit and For them, they see it as a social way of living, but that's not it. For me, I feel that's where we began to
get it wrong.
Get it wrong.
I grew up listening to Tales by Moonlight. I remember those days when the TV will on around 4. That's when
the rainbow colors.
and then Mondays to Fridays it starts with Sesame Street. Very lovely children program. It's a foreign program but very educative. Then
no,
not Jaguar. That one is for adults.
That's a comic.
Then we have something like Terra Hawk. That one talks about that's when we begin to see AI. Then we didn't know what AI is, but we saw robots moving, talking, carrying out Voltron, Defender of the Universe. I can remember that very, very well. And then I remember Sundays is for Tales by Moonlight. I don't want to lose it for anything. That's about 6 o'clock. From just faded away quietly. And then it was replaced by a phone. Today in the US, I don't know if you watched last week or 2 weeks ago, they took the social media handles promoters to the court, parents, that because their children are now addicted to it, they can't even do anything. And it's not even telling. I mean, it's telling very hard even in their studies. So they took the social media giant to court. That's parents in the US. Here, the biggest problem we have here today, you and I have been discussing this for a long time. Single parenthood. So you have children.
You want me to go there?
Yes, because that is where the big problem is, whether we like it or not.
Okay.
No single parent.
If you will permit me to explain those things, because I'm not patient about this.
Yes, because no single parent can raise a child.
It's not possible.
It's not possible. Sometimes, yes, deaths come. You can't.
But at least you have played your
And that
role.
is one in those days when a woman loses her husband, they quickly adopt her into the family. Maybe the man's elder brother or younger brother. Even though we saw it as very crude, that how can I sleep with my husband and now I'm going to be sleeping. But they were also telling us that, look, you can't raise
that
this
child
children.
needs to be parented.
That child needs to be protected. Yes, Mr. Casey.
Okay, let me take you because you have touched me.
Long road to psychology.
No, have touched me. We have a lot of philosophies guiding this. During the classical period, the medieval period, morals were seen to be respected, even though it was bastardized by the Roman Empire. Then, if that was the Greeks.
How did the Roman Empire bastardize morals? Sorry, taking you back a little bit.
Let me take you there.
I hope we are not deviating from our discussion.
I'm going to link it to how.
Okay.
Prior to the Roman Empire, we had the Greek Empire. The Greeks
had more morals.
Yes, they had morals. There are scenes in drama where, when it's time to kill somebody in a particular scene, you act it. You don't actually kill.
Okay.
But the Romans came and said, no. When it's time to kill in a particular scene, do the actual killing. So they use slaves, black slaves, to play such roles, and they actually literally kill on stage. Now, at some point, Latin became the most powerful and generally acceptable language in the world. And it was used then to pass messages. Then later, drama was now introduced to support illustrative messages. So people came and became attracted to more than to the drama than even the verbal messages. And of course, the Romans saw it as an affront and said, okay, no, you know what? This drama should be taken outside and should be acted on the front of the courts. And then the trade guilds saw it and hijacked it and commercialized it today. That trade guild is what brought it to what we call the entertainment industry today.
Okay.
Now, from the classical period, we now got to the modern period. Of course, in the modern period, we started seeing little of, some porous kind of, things that have to alter the morals. But now we are now in postmodern era, where when there's no longer beauty in ugliness. There's beauty in there's beauty in ugliness. There's no joy in being a virgin at 18. You call a girl a virgin and she says, are you insulting me?
That's how we have descended.
Yes, we're in a postmodern era now. Now, how does it affect us? Of course, in Minnesota, one of the exponents of naturalism made us understand that whether you like it or not, there's every 70% chances that your child is going to inherit what the father does. So
70%.
Yes. So if your father is a drug addict, alcoholic, or whatever, chain smoker, chimney, the child is possibly going to be one.
Out of how many you have?
Yes. So parents understand that whatever you are doing, there's a power in hereditary. People play down on those things, but I, for one, I eat like my father. I sleep like my mom.
And you smoke like him.
No, my father did not smoke.
You're only talking about the good ones. So let me tell you the bad habit that you learn. Stop protecting the old man. You are aware.
I don't smoke. But you drink. I'm trying to tell you that some of these things that we neglect, we should understand that we are in a postmodern era where there is beauty in ugliness.
And when you say ugliness, it's not the physical ugliness.
Yes,
ugliness has to do with some bad. All the bad things are ugly.
People no longer see it's wrong again. No. In fact, when you talk about it, people look at you. How many pastors, clergymen go to the altar and talk about sex now?
They don't even condemn it.
They don't even talk about it anymore now.
Because they are involved now. Most of them are also involved.
Because
yes, they are victims. So there's no way they will talk.
They are victims. They are the ones. Even they are the culprits.
So it starts like that. So when we begin to understand that we are in a very dangerous moment now, and parents should begin to understand that, then we should not allow this demon of what they call it, the Mendy. And so it's called Mendy. There's another demon they called Gag, the demon that gives you self-appraisal. I'm lucky. Instead of giving thanks to Allah or God that gives you the ability, you say, "Well, I'm smart, I'm lucky." And these are the things that shapes psychologically, that shapes your decisions. You know, you have this statement like "shit happens," whatever. It sounds very soft. Like I said, these things are soft.
Whatever.
And that whatever, a girl wears anything naked, whatever. In fact, today you make more money if you go on the social media naked.
Yes. And now I want to draw your attention to, the parenthood you just diverted, the single motherhood.
The single motherhood, this single mother is a product of postmodernism.
Okay. Where people feel they cannot be patient staying with a man.
I met a woman who told me that if I get a man that will pregnant me now, she was saying it to me that the man will not know. She will not tell the man
that she's pregnant.
Yes, and she will give birth to the child and train the child. And I said, what if the child asks of the father? And she said, I will train him not to ask.
It has gotten to that level.
Yes. Whatever she said. So postmodernism has taken over everything. Single motherhood have destroyed the society. It's not even like one of my role models. It doesn't even sound sweet to call yourself.
Like, does it? Single mother.
It doesn't sound sweet. And it's everywhere now. So rampant that in every 7-6 girls, there is a single mother now. It will interest you to know from January to now, I've given lift to so many women, no husbands, and they all have children.
Oh, wait, let me go a bit past now. You're giving lift to single mother. What are you up to, Mr. Siki?
Well, I'm a man in the first place.
Okay, I should understand that.
I should be attracted to the opposite gender by giving help to them.
Okay.
If you are driving
help
as a man,
with strings or without strings?
Without strings. Without strings. But you see, even though it's without strings, because a man might not have intentions, but also there's what we call green light too. A man sees the light when you are dishing it. Faster, because the man has the capacity to see in you, while the woman has the capacity to see above you. That's the power of a woman. That's why women should pay attention to this thing. It is destroy, play cool and play safe. So sometimes when these are the things that happen, and this single motherhood, women should pay attention to this thing. It is destroying the society.
How did we get, let me come to Felicia. I'll come back to the entertainment industry. How? Because that is where the beginning of our problem even started.
It is the general overseer.
But let me come to you. At what point do women begin to appreciate single motherhood? Because I remember all of us growing up, we looked at, we dreamt of a life, getting married immediately after university.
That's the getting married.
Some got married even, in before they graduated. Every girl's dream is that my school boyfriend, my university boyfriend, I end up with him. Even though in some cases it didn't work.
We had 9 years of dating, 10 years of dating.
And the woman is only talking about career. She's not even talking about leave family, let family stay. After all, I can just go to the shelf and buy a child. I just go and buy sperm, get a child, and that's all. So at what point did women begin to think that way?
It's disheartening.
Honestly.
I think maybe you throw the question back to me too. I'm also a woman. How did you
if you want me to answer it for you, I will answer it.
No, don't answer. Let her answer.
We grew up to see our parents living very well.
Happily.
With
whatever they have.
They were happily sharing and bringing up the children like we that are literacy. But along the line, where we got it wrong was when men started drinking, going out chasing women outside. No, I'm being very practical. I'm sorry about it.
No, you are not sorry. He's one of them.
Yes.
But our fathers were drinking. Our fathers were also chasing women outside.
Their drinking, their ways of drinking there was a limit to whatever they did. There was a limit. In those days, even if a man wanted to marry a second wife, he had to tell the first wife
that he's marrying the second.
Getting married. If the first wife would be the one to even go out and look for the second wife for him. Yes.
Why is it not happening in my time?
Like my own mother, when my father got married to my mom, I have to mention it here. It's not something hidden because he told us. My father never dated our mother. He was schooling in a place in the north. And a message was sent to him through his auntie because he's lost his parents. He lost his dad when the mother was carrying his pregnancy. And when she was put to bed, she died. So he was a complete orphan, but his auntie adopted him. So she was the one that sent a message to him that they should go and tell my father that they had gotten a wife for him. And he said he was very reluctant for him to go to the village, but he had to because he had so much respect for his auntie. So
who is now his mother?
Now his mother, though she's late now.
Yeah, okay.
So that was how he met my mom. There was nothing like dating. That was the real marriage.
So dating is the beginning of the problem.
The beginning of the problem because you see, at times when they have crisis, my father will tell my mother, "You should know that I didn't date you." You understand? Because they are not in their old age.
You can't follow come.
It's a full package.
Without hiding. I didn't date you. My auntie got you for me and it was arranged and I came. And that was how they grew up.
And she didn't misinterpret it to say, this man just looked down on me as if I was just a free gift to him.
They have so much respect for parents. So the last word of a parent matters a lot for them.
Unlike today, if Mr. CK today now and somebody calls him from the village and say, come, Mr. CK, I know, yes, you have a wife. But okay, let's assume Mr. CK doesn't even have let's assume that he doesn't even have a wife and his sister just calls him from somewhere in Imo and say, look, I've got you a very beautiful girl. I'm sure the first
my level of exposure.
Yes, that's what he would tell her. I say, come, are you mad? Are you the one who will
let me take it up from there. We must understand that times and seasons change. We have the globalists and the secularists who are responsible for shaping activities of the world. Some people call them haters of humanity.
Haters
of humanity. Yes,
because they change humanity upside down.
Yes, they are in the.
Which one is even better?
No, the global. No one is better.
Okay.
They are in the entertainment industry, the drug industry, the medicine. One of the strongest political sector in the world is drugs, medicine.
The most successful.
Yes, we have them there. We have them in the. Women were taken to men, regardless of your choice, like you said. It now changes to men going for their own, what they want, choice. Men started going for the kind of women they want. Now it is a woman that is going for a man.
Because the men are few in numbers.
Why? The globalists have made it so possible that women gain more financial independence than men. Every company wants to advertise any product with a woman. You see a company selling paint to you put one girl with mini skirts.
Because the men are ugly.
So what we should be doing with the mini skirt? To be painting with the mini skirt?
No, but because that is where we find ourselves. According to the
that
is where we wear. The men are ugly.
It's an idea. It's not that. It's not that. If you call your classmates after graduation today, 3 years after graduation, call all the guys.
They are jobless.
They are still looking for work. Call all the girls. They are somewhere. Go to Keke Park and Motor Park by 10 in midnight and just board one Keke to Lokogoma. You may likely be the only man.
They are all women.
The women going on coming. So what led to single mother? The discovery of financial independence. And it started what you can trace it to 1990. It is bad parenting and all that triggers down to drug. Single mother, of course, doesn't have the time because a woman will not pay school fees.
Why is in 1990 the Dabaru
before 1990? Before 1990, we still have some small sense.
Okay.
But 1990, there's this wave. Before it now became worse.
Wave of what?
Wave of financial independence.
Okay. For women.
For women. The woman ability to talk, to talk to your ability to talk. to talk to a man, to do this. A woman controls a man with her mouth. But now women are controlling men with their pocket. They've lost the strength, the original strength given to them.
By God.
Which is their mouth. There is nothing a woman cannot tell a man with her mouth and a man will do. A man will do it. No matter how you highly place a man. But today, women have lost that strength.
Place it for them. The globalist.
The globalist. I made you to understand that, man, shit apples. Who told you that who told you what a man can do?
A woman can do even better.
That is the feminism. It's part of it too. That extreme feminism. It's not bad to say, okay.
But thank you for bringing the issue of feminism.
Yes.
Even the West, they are crying now that feminism has destroyed them.
Totally.
Boring single mothers, dejected, depressed,
transcending to societal ills and the rest of them.
All of that.
Yeah.
So, and that brings us back to the topic itself,
yes,
where the children are now at the receiving end. A child grows up in an environment, music from morning till night. If you go, if you go to some communities, let us not start measuring them. Music starts as early as 5 a.m.
There's a state in Nigeria, not music. There's a state in Nigeria.
Is it Owerri?
No, why are you saying Owerri? That's my state.
But tell us so that we'll know.
Benue State. Macaulay.
Wow.
Go to Boko. I've visited there.
Okay, so a child who grows up in that kind of environment, he's surrounded by beer parlor, he's surrounded by music, he's surrounded by half naked, half this, half that. You've already...
Which is drug abuse?
Drug abuse, or he grows up being a humanizer.
I don't know what abuse is that one.
But the issue now is the particular drugs they were talking about today is icy. Drugs that look like sugar and salt. And then a child comes with, and you tell a child, please go and get me sugar, like we do. Go and help me to buy sugar. And then he goes to buy you sugar. This wrapped, it's so sad that...
And you are sugared away.
It's so sad that we have descended, those days when we're growing up, we're used to cubes, St. Louis, St. This. You go and buy packet, they send you to buy packet of sugar.
And you must return the change.
And you must, no, but me, I don't return change. I don't return change. But you buy packet of sugar. Today you have to go to buy sugar of 100 naira or 50 naira or 200, the one that is tied. So he buys that sugar for you, and then he also buys his own. So he can easily be licking it innocently. And when you ask him, he will tell you, mommy, you asked me for sugar now, so I have small change. Me too, I bought the other sugar. How much more can parents do, to be very, very vigilant? Financial distress has set in.
No matter
the father, no, hold on. The father, I know there'll be a balance. The father is thinking, I am jobless. I can't even provide, for these children. The woman is the one that is the, withdraw into his shell. Because he doesn't even want to have a confrontation with her, so that the children will not even take up from there. So if you have those kind of homes, where will the communication come?
For me, like that's where people, so like counselors around, or maybe someone.
Do we have counselors in this town, in this country today?
We have local government counselors.
Counselor for local government.
For political counselors, I've not seen any.
Family counselor.
I've not seen.
Some families have their family counselors, even from the church or wherever they're working, they have. But like in a situation like this, you must have somebody in the environment who can listen to you. Bring in that person. Maybe someone that the husband who can listen to, be afraid of, or has a little bit of some, and the father together. Then bring in the children. For me, that's very, very important. As I always say, listening is very, very important. If you are able to listen to someone that you have respect for, then the communication starts. And the language we use, those slogans that parents are being used on children. I used to tell some mothers that be careful of the kind of words you use on your
What kind of slang do women use now?
Like in Hausa now, a child will do something. Shegia, Erbanza. You understand? Those kind of words, they follow the child. Because you are in a way trying to...
another strong one too.
Embrace the child. Listen to the child.
Speak to the child.
That's why they say there's power in what? On the tongue. You listen to the child. No matter what the child does, listen to the child. And again, constant search of the child's room or whatever the child. Like we grew up to be sleeping in the same room with my mother. It was gradual that they had to separate boys' room, girls' room. The kind of friends we were keeping or moving with. whether we're going to school.
Can you do the same today with
Yes,
your
we can do.
children?
It's very possible. I worked in schools for years. Over almost 30 years, I was in schools, different states. What I did, even when I was managing body menstrual, what kind of package they were using.
During their menstrual period.
During their menstrual period. What kind of soap they were using, even to their toothpaste. The gari they were bringing. In fact, we had to start the bag each child. And we're having 450 borders. So we could take maybe a day or so. Those were not able to check in a day. We'll keep their bags in a store. Where we had to continue. We checked every bit of what they brought from their boxes.
And you are able to curtail
able to curtail.
Okay, well,
okay, have it's very important. I don't know how many schools maintain that.
May not be obtainable by now. What I think, my own opinion, the way I do my own that works for me. First of all, you must understand that your children, you are not the owner of those children. It is a project to train a child. You must see your children as the way you see your job. There's a book, The Act of Being Deliberate. There's another book, 10 things you teach a child before the child is 10. When you notice that the worst economic situation you can find yourself in life is a bad child. When you are 70 and you don't raise your children very well, what happens to you? What kills a 70-year-old man, 75-year-old man is a bad child. It's not good house. By the time you are going, you can't.
But a 70 or 75 years man is already nearly in his grave. So he doesn't need a bad child.
According to my friend says, they look me again, a calendar. Because you are counting days. And you don't have. Emeka is a drug addict. Chinedu. Those days, talking about ice, those days when we were growing up, marijuana was the popular one. When you smoke weed, Emeka the smoky boo. It's big. But the globalists decided to bringing out several laboratory inventions. All these eyes are all product of laboratory inventions. Somebody sat down, created it for people to affect, to destroy humanity. And because they are capitalists, what they just think is the money. So these are, now we have from marijuana, we still have what you want to call, what was that? There's a loud. We have loud, we have colos. And these are still leaves, but mixed with all kinds of chemical. Now, to parenting, what works for me is I'm very deliberate. I'm not a traveling father. I used to say it in my house. I'm available. Because one, you should also learn from your personal experience, learn from the other people's experience, and use it to correct your own child. You see today, a child is standing with a mother. And the mother is saying, "Madam, good morning," and the child is not repeating, "Madam, good morning," and
good morning, ma.
Oh, good morning, ma. And the child is, and the mother will know. You see a mother going to school to slap a teacher.
Just because the teacher rebuked the
child. That you that is saying you want to search a child's bag.
No, that's where I'm coming to.
Go and search today now.
No, but I think it happens. It happens in boarding schools. Yes, it does.
In these private schools that we have now.
Yes, of course. If you really want to take measures, a proprietor friend of mine said she decided to close down her school because she saw some things that, because she's a disciplinarian. So if you bring your child after 8 a.m., the gate is closed. No matter who you are, they shall not gain your entrance.
And that sends a signal to the child. Discipline.
And the parent. So even if your parent, so 8 a.m., no, the gate is locked. So you come before 8 a.m. And there are so many things that she sets as rules. But she said today's parents are not even ready to stick to the rules. So she decided to close the school. And on the other hand, bad parenting. The parents themselves are very, very terrible. And the parents are the one who are instilling all of this behavior.
I just mentioned greeting now. The child will not greet in your front and you are looking at the child.
And that brings me to you, who said you are very, very deliberate. How difficult is it today to raise children? Because children themselves are very difficult today. If my own story is different from your own story, her own story is different from your own. Everybody has a way, his own kind of kids. Could it be that from scratch, we didn't mold these children to be what we want? We just allowed the phone to train them. And when they are 7 or 10, then we want to now come and flex authority. I'm your mother. If I talk to you, you must listen to me.
Okay, let me tell you how I succeeded.
Okay.
You're talking about communication. What are you communicating? Communication is when you talk. It is not complete until the end receiver understands, decodes. It is the decoder that guarantees what you have said.
And the channel.
Yes, the channel. One of the ways I know is that I know all the Gen Z languages as a father.
Because you are in the entertainment industry.
Yeah, wow. Not even I listen to the music they listen to. So I have all the slangs in my mouth too.
Okay.
So when they know that, Popsi Masoji. But when your child knows that you man you soji, you cannot see your child is not developing and you are not developing.
What is soji?
Soji means it's a slang that you are up to speed.
You are current.
You are current. You know what's up.
Oh, you know what's up. Okay.
From your dressing, your child knows.
That you soji.
Do you know my daughter tells me, Daddy, man, you look good. Your canvas is nice. So they know. So I try to let them know that I am not.
So it's Madam Felicia that when they say
you said.
If not smarter than
I
you.
dance with my. Okay, let me tell you. I dance with my children. I traveled the last time to Lagos, December last year, and I bought a jam box for them. I allowed them to do TikTok. That's another thing again. Give them some sense of freedom. Our parents those days, after caging us, when we now got to university, wow, we now
So this is the freedom.
What made me to join the university I joined? It will shock you. And I want everybody to learn from this, my own.
Okay, your own experience.
My own experience. The first day I went to visit Ahmed, I don't know where he is now, got admission, remedial zone, not full degree. I just escorted him to University of Abuja.
Okay.
And I went into the room then, 1998, 99. And I saw the way a guy and a girl was just having fun. And the other three guys were busy playing, what we call card, what. And it was normal. They were not even paying attention to what the girl and the boy was doing. And I was like, wow, what kind of freedom is this? Is that how university life is?
So you became intrigued.
I said, wow, I must
get admission.
I must get admission. Because back then in my house, I was caged. A girl at 22, 23, or whatever, a girl cannot knock at my gate and wants to come and see me. My classmate dare not knock at the gate to say, please, hello, good morning. Your mother's voice, hello, who are you?
Will be ringing.
The girl was shaking. But so, and that would make me, when I now saw that feeling, so there's a place where I can sit down with a girl and we are touching each other. Nobody's asking questions. I can decide to go to class. And that was what made me to go to university. And I contacted
So your reason for going to university is very odd.
No, one of them, apart from the academic aspect. So now coming to this generation, my daughters, I don't have a son yet. What do I do? My friend Emmanuel has 4 boys.
So you borrowed 2.
So what I used to do is, I want to tell them, I say, okay, ma, please, my personal experience in marriage, and that brings me to have shown that women who do not have elder brothers, women who do not mix up with boys, and probably they went to girls' secondary school to make it worse, single sex school, and when they marry, you see it in their behavior in marriage. Than the ones that have elder brothers and mix up. So I say, please, let's do this for me. Let your sons
come to my house.
Be coming to my house. Let my daughter. So the first time they tried it, do you know what happened? One of them challenged my daughter. My daughter cried to me, and I like that. I said, hey, ma, did it to me and hit me. In my mind, I tried to, correct him. I said, don't hit a woman. But I like the fact that she understands that a man, there's something called a man.
Apart from her father.
And I saw her making mistakes. That shut up. Telling a guy, a man, shut up. You talk too much. Keep quiet. I called her and say, hey,
don't try it.
Don't try it. If she had 3 elder brothers,
who slap her?
By the time they
give her front and back,
you understand. So by the time you marry as a woman, you will know that you don't talk to your man anyhow, because you already have pre-knowledge and orientation from your brothers. So you see, these are the dynamics, the silent codes we see. Let me end it by saying this: parents should be deliberate. Watch everything. Communication is just telling them, no. You go to their. Some parents don't attend prize giving days, graduation ceremony. You don't attend.
Even open days.
Open days, you don't attend. Learn their language. Don't be using 1960 language for a Gen Z. It won't work. I used to tell my children, what's the name of this? I say, there's this jeans. Our own time was called Bogo Boy. Stone watch with pocket. But now they've made it to cargo jeans.
Cargo. Because it's big.
The same thing. So I told this is your cargo jeans. I said, Daddy, how do you know cargo jeans?
Because you have the language.
Because I have to learn the language. So I'm communicating to her in their own way. Now the gospel music will play. When we wake up, it says, good morning.
Jesus, good
Good morning.
Again,
We are communicating.
again, I want to even add, based on what you're saying, that schools too should be able to create awareness on the danger of drug abuse. Impact
The school that they'll come and the school that they'll come and slap the teacher.
Yes.
They'll come, okay, which awareness teacher will create?
No, they need to create. They shouldn't
Okay.
get tired of creating awareness. It's very, very important.
Yeah.
Let each day, maybe during assembly, they should create maybe like 5 minutes or 3 minutes to talk on the
Drugs,
dangers
yeah.
of drug abuse.
Mm.
Then again, going to the part of the parents to constant exercise. Go to gym. If you have a space in your compound, but people should learn to manage whatever space they have in their in their communities. Even in your room, you can do exercise with your children. So if the father is around, do some exercises, because lack of it, maybe your wife should be involved. So if the father is around, do some exercises, because lack of it makes makes a child to feel that all is serious work, go to and all that. By the time they're able to exercise.
But thank you for bringing this particular point. You see, today's children, the way they choke them, read, pass,
Lessons.
get
And they don't even read textbook.
then they
Those days we use one textbook.
One textbook.
And they fold it and you use Bible to
write your
engage
name.
this-
Children is also growing. A child bag, school bag today, I can't even lift it. The kind of books that are in that bag.
As if
So
it's-
as
as
if
if the child is
it's traveling
Jack
to the
Sparrow.
mountain.
Traveling.
As if it's going to the mountain. Very heavy. Now a child goes to school in the morning, is book. Maybe he has 1 hour break during lunch or 30 minutes. He finishes school. He's
No
entering,
social life.
No, he's entering into another lesson. He comes back again. He's entering into, and then the teacher, the one he or she didn't finish, you give them as assignment. How can you be giving people assignment, encyclopedia assignment? I don't know how you cope with assignments with your children, but I have told my teachers, I said, if you give my child assignment more than 2 a day, you really want to do
In
it.
fact, parents are the teachers now.
They are the teachers.
Because you are transferring your job back to me, which is
Honestly.
not.
They're doing assignment 11 p.m.
11 p.m. What kind of nonsense
When
is
the
that?
child is supposed to be resting.
Where the child is supposed to be resting? Well, growing up, we play. When we go to school in the morning before assembly, we will play. That 1 hour. We will play very well. In fact,
and hit band.
the uniform will even be somehow rough and dirty.
But like things have changed.
No, then we come back. We come back at during the break around 11. After eating, we play again. After school, we play. But that didn't make us dull. They said all work and no play makes a dull boy. I don't know whether it made CK a dull boy, but that is what happened. It is choking. You have to be a first class. You have to read. You have to do this. And a lot of children are depressed. Depression among children is very, very high. I might not know the percentage.
And what causes that depression? Let me tell you what. Sorry to cut you.
It's because of this book.
No. After getting first class, and you now face the real world, you will now see the one that has.
Let's not even go to the one.
No. You don't see the one that has class.
No.
It's not doing better with your
those ones are even adult. Let us not even go there. I'm talking about children themselves. When you deprive a child from playing, everything of his life is work, read. Do you know how boring it is? For some people, it is play. For somebody like me, for you to be able to get the best out of me is to make me play. That's the only way I can even.
And I simulate better when I play.
And when I play. And that is why sometimes people say this woman jokes too much. That is the
442,000. We have other
globally.
Yes, Nigeria.
Okay, Nigeria.
We also have 1.86 million. That's two in every 7, teenager into drugs today. So that's to tell you that the rate at which drug is growing up. And the highest one is alcohol. Alcohol has been taken to different levels now. We have the different kind of, in the name of bitters. These short bottles.
Okay, this bitter.
Yes.
Okay.
Now people take codeine and put it inside the Coke. When you see an average young teenager with a Coke, with a soft drink bottle, it is not, there is codeine inside. People now take excess of. Those days we have tramadol. Those days people take, when you overtake what's this sleeping tablet? Volume 5.
Volume 5.
Is it volume 5?
I've never taken it before, so I wouldn't.
Volume 5. If you take excess of volume 5, instead of making you sleep, it reacts the other way around. You see, there was a boy there when we had all secondary school games. I don't want to call his name. He took volume 5 and did 1,500 meters dash. And when others were still struggling to finish, he finished and was still running down the pitch as a winner.
That's when they knew that something is wrong.
It's not normal. So one of the ways I help my children to prevent them from taking drugs is that I attack their curiosity. Because a child is very curious.
How do you attack their curiosity?
Of course, you must think for yourself and think for them. Oh. After thinking for yourself,
you must think for them.
I take them on a stroll. So when we sit down, see that thing that man is taking is cigarette. Very bad. They know it. That drink with green bottle is adult. You don't call it beer. I call it adult juice.
Okay.
It's not good. Don't drink it. When you take it, So my children till today don't know what is called beer. That word B-E-E-R, they don't know it. So when when they see me, they say, what is it? And parents should stop drinking in front of their children.
Yes, that's another thing.
You can't tell your child, go and buy me beer. Your child will go and buy you alcohol. Your child will buy cigar for you. Your child will buy this. One of these days, in our generation, we started smoking by testing. Because you did not attack their curiosity. Attack it. Teach them. Let them know. Those days you don't tell them. Let them know this. Oh, this is. I took my children one day to a lounge. Very big lounge. You need to see the way some parents came there to come and hug me. Because of course, if you see me seated, you see the 5 of them. And they were eating and I was talking to them in that lounge. I was making them to understand, you see, this dressing is not good. You don't teach them by just talking. Let them see it physical. This thing this girl is wearing is wrong. You see this man is taking is bad. Really? And explain why it is bad. Practical. One woman came to me and said, and took my number and said, sir, I want to, you are not even ashamed of the fact that you have 5 girls. You are so proud of them. You came out to them and you are proud of you. I said, well, I'm very deliberate too. Because if you don't train your girl child very well, heart attack is waiting for you. Is waiting for you. So I don't want that heart attack because this is my investment. Investment is not only to buy them clothes and take them to school. Invest in their lives. Teach them the right thing. You are their role model. They watch you.
Okay. But so before you respond, because the topic is rising drug abuse among school children. Now, if you go to children at local levels, at community, children who don't go to school, maybe the percentage of drug is very low. How come the drug is rising among school children, people who go to school? Is it that in that school, there are people who supply them drugs? Because she said, creating awareness, in school is very, very important. So at what point did the school becomes a hub for drug abuse?
Especially the private schools?
Especially the private schools.
Of course, drug is not cheap.
It's very cheap. Like the
let's start from there.
Yes, it's very cheap. Like the sachet, some go for
15,000. Some people.
No, some are 500 too.
What I want to say, since it has to do with schools, some of the teachers even send the students to buy. They send children to buy, as you said,
drugs.
Send them to buy drugs for them.
The teachers themselves.
Yes, the teachers. They send students to buy drugs for them.
So the teachers too abuse drugs.
They abuse drugs.
Drugs is not. It doesn't have an age limit now.
My little girl with me, she told me in the village before. She's an orphan. I adopted her. She told me how she went to school. From morning till the time they close, a teacher got drunk and he sat down and just nailed his bag on the wall and slept all through the day. They closed from school. He didn't even know the school was closed until the children dispersed, went to their various homes.
That teacher need to be not just sacked,
they sacked,
detained.
I'm telling you. So then they didn't learn anything. He didn't do anything. You could imagine children.
So it means the school environment encourages the drugs.
Some they do.
Well,
some teachers do.
But I want to differ from you a bit. Drugs is not cheap. Private school, an average child in a private school connotes the fact that it has some level of economic advantage over
the poor ones.
Yes. The poor ones can go for the poor drugs. Some sniff all kinds of things, gum, things that are...
Something they can find around.
Sock away.
Yes, we've seen that.
Latrine sock away. They sniff it. No rich man child will go there and say, yak. Those real drugs that, like ice.
The one that is being advertised.
Yes. You can see that
it's
child
cheaper.
in that video.
I think we're going to play the video again.
It's very expensive.
But the promoter said it's cheaper and more addictive.
No, they said the little pinch.
A pinch.
That's a pinch. A pinch might not be able to do enough. They go from pinch to pinches to pinch like that to become sachet. So, and they said a little sachet is about 15,000. Cocaine is not cheap.
Of course, it's not cheap.
But heroin is not cheap.
But I think in this modern day, they've devised cheaper drugs. I think the drug market itself is responding to the people's pocket.
I know.
What you can afford.
Let me tell you. Let me put it to you. When I was in school, 2,500 naira for pocket money. 1,500 naira. Where do you see it? Nobody gives you pocket money. There's what we call what's the name of that teacher? They don't give your money to guide them. So you have to guide them to take 200 naira, 100 naira.
And that's the kind of...
I know of a boy who calls the mother for 50,000 naira weekly.
50,000?
Secondary
school?
Yes.
What does he do with the money?
He doesn't call the father. The mom.
The mom has money.
I know of a woman, she's listening to me, that they will wash cloth, laundry will wash cloth, iron the whole uniform. That will be okay for him for 1 month. Sport wear and everything. Bag it inside a very neatly sealed
bag.
And dispatcher that will go and deliver it to.
So every day he picks.
So that is a time bomb waiting to explode in marriage. I asked a question. Women keep saying men are bad. Who is training the men?
That's a good question.
The women. So, just like I said, if you're a man, you don't train your child very well, and you leave it in the hands of your wife, the characters you don't like in your wife will replicate itself in those children.
All right. We'll take a break. I'm sorry to pause you here. We'll take a break. We'll see that video for those of our viewers who didn't watch the video. But when we come back, we'll see how not training the men has translated to drug abuse. When we come back after the break.
Sugar. He had no idea what it was. His mother doesn't know where he is.
Where is my son?
Dear parents, please listen carefully. The drugs our children are using today are not the ones we knew before. They are stronger, they are cheaper, they are more addictive, and they are more deadly. One of the worst and fastest spreading drugs destroying our youths today is called ice. Ice is the street name for crystal. Methamphetamine, a powerful stimulant, drug that directly attacks the brain. It can cause madness, strokes, psychosis, organ failure, and death. And once a person is addicted, quitting becomes one of the hardest battles of their life. Here's what makes ice so dangerous. It looks completely harmless. It can look like sugar. It can look like salt. It can look like seasoning crystals like Ajinomoto. Parents, if you find strange white crystals in nylons or sachets anywhere in your home, do not ignore it. Your children won't call it methamphetamine. They use code words you may have already heard and not understood. Ice, crystal, shabu, glass, makpuru mamiri, Charlie, sugar. These are all the same deadly drug. If you hear these words often around your child, do not brush it off. Be alert, be very alert. Ice is expensive. A single pinch costs between 2,000 and 5,000 naira. A gram, 15,000 to 30,000 naira or more. To feed the addiction, users sell their phones, their laptops, their clothes, their family's valuables. And when there is nothing left to sell, they steal. Addiction doesn't just destroy health. It turns good children into criminals. Ice enters the body in different ways: smoking, snorting, injecting, mixing in drinks, or even licking crystals directly like sweets. Every single method leads to the same destination: the slow, painful destruction of the human brain.
I'm proud of you, son. You know you can talk to me about anything, right?
Yeah, I know.
Parents, the most powerful drug prevention tool you have is your voice. Talk to your children, not when something goes wrong, but today. If you find strange crystals, notice sudden mood changes, missing valuables, or your child withdrawing from family, act immediately. Seek help. You are not alone.
Recovery is possible, but only if we act in time. Don't wait until it's too late.
I will talk to my child today.
I will say no.
I will watch and protect.
We will not be silent.
Speak up, stay alert, save a life. A public awareness message by Muhammad Ali Abbas. Together, we protect our youth.
All right, welcome back. We played the video. I think we played it before, and we have just watched it again, and we have seen eyes. It is stronger, it is cheaper, it is more addictive. The end result is brain attack, stroke, organ failure, and death. And it is a silent killer. And the school is where it is mostly, either traded or given or snuffed. School environment. So you were trying to make a point before we went for the break. So I'll allow you to land on that point, and then let us begin to send the messages out. How can parents protect their children from falling into this particular problem of drug abuse? Yep.
I want to pick it up from the last statement you made, that we should train our children well.
Who trains the men?
Who trains the men? Okay, who trains the men? Let me throw it back at you.
The women are the one who trains
the men. So if you say we should stop talking to men about train well.
Yes, if I train myself well, apart from the parental training I get, if I personally train myself well, I should be able to translate that into my husband.
To your son.
Can you train a man that has ego?
Yes.
You can train a man that has ego. Okay.
Yes, I tried it.
So give us some tips. How do you do that?
I was with someone, a man, a husband, who didn't know how to say sorry. The 5 letter words. He didn't know how to say sorry. So I've succeeded in training him how to say sorry.
How did you train him to say sorry? I think that's what we want to know.
What he did to me, I made sure he said sorry, because me, I love that word sorry. If you don't say sorry to me,
you make sure by using kinetic or non-kinetic.
It's which of approach did you use? Kinetic or non-kinetic?
Kinetic or non-kinetic? Let's go.
It came in form of food.
Oh, you don't give him food?
Yes, it came in form of food.
You don't serve him food?
I will serve, but I will do younger. Okay. I will do my little shakara before giving it.
And that will not work for me.
No, it does you.
That will not work for me.
It works for you.
I will tell you the one that works for me to say sorry.
Another practical aspect of his sex. A woman can make younger because of that.
That would also work for me too, but I will tell you
that is you.
That is you. Now allow her to. She's giving you her skills.
I'm trying to relate.
She's giving you her skills. You can give her your skills.
Another aspect is the dressing, because in each time a man goes out, at least the woman should be able to look at her man and say, this dressing, this color doesn't go with this.
And that one can try for me small. I'm listening to you.
Comb your hair. Go and barb your hair. Shave the
beard.
Yes.
Be like a fine boy.
Yes. So I will do. Until when he started doing what I needed, then that was a training. Is it not more or less like training a child?
Of course it is.
Okay, let me tell you what works for me as a man.
Okay.
I see relationship, first of all, I look at it from the business angle.
Okay.
Balance.
Igbo man.
What works for me in relationship is balance. If you don't know how to say sorry, I cannot tell you sorry too. In fact, I will not give you the privilege to enjoy what you don't give. I will deliberately deny you those characters that you don't also give. So I'm a kind of man, if I know that my wife says sorry, I will see it as, in Igbo they call it igorofo, that you have done your bit. So I'm owing you now the same sorry. Not that you are not the type, you are all proud and you want to bring humility out of me. And you are proud. So I will be sensitive.
Okay. Gentlemen, let's go back to the issue. Our children are suffering. They are suffering. They might not know, but they are suffering. So how do we, because the depression is what is driving this drug abuse. A lot of children are into depression. And parents should avoid giving their children phones. How can you be giving a child of 2 months, 2 years phone to play because you want him to be distracted? Are there no toys? Are there no toys in the market anymore that you can buy and give the children, let them play? Even this puzzle that we used to do those days, they put
you
it.
You can give phone a lock some certain things.
No, I won't even give you a phone. I won't give you a phone. Why? Why should I give you a phone when there are so many things you can do? Because the phone is where the beginning of the whole problem is. And then the entertainment industry.
That's it.
Then the entertainment industry, who is the general overseer?
Globalists.
The globalists.
That is where they are used.
And government across board. But today in this country, if you are not in the entertainment industry, you are a loser. Because that is where it gives you money. Either you are acting or you are singing. So everybody is a musician. Everybody is a rapper. Everybody is an actor and actress. And some people will go into it blindly. You know, some people are not cut out for it. If you are not cut out for something, you are not cut out for something. But as some people, they will be in that music industry for years. They can't even release one album. Or they release an album that nobody will even listen to. Okay. And then they will now find a way, and then some say, okay, it is also connected to the demonic world. If you want to be popular, you have to have some certain
of course it is.
God,
I wouldn't want to go there.
To worship for you to be popular. Yes, and you know, there's a book that I read many years ago. The guy is you know, he's a performer, and then the manager, because they want you to perform, he wants him to perform 24/7 all around. I said, just take this little sip, just a little, just drop it inside, because it also starts there. Just take a little, drop it inside the drink, and then the person takes the drink, and then he's active for the next 48 hours or in the next 72 hours, and then the organs begins to tell. At what point should we as a people begin to say, look, this entertainment industry, we have to really look at it and say, no, it's not an industry that everybody, it's not an industry for every Tom, Dick and Harry. Just because you don't have opportunities does not mean you should end up in the entertainment industry.
Okay, let me answer you.
Because I remember in those days, the entertainment industry is for people who are not doing well.
Okay. Every industry today has been captured by the globalist. Fashion. I saw a picture where a woman was wearing long skirt, and then I drew another picture where a woman was wearing mini skirt, and somebody wrote, this was how tailors wear until the devil became a tailor.
The devil became a tailor.
You must understand that the globalists are after one thing. Money. They don't care. Side effect. Then let me go to your question. How do we fight this thing as parents? Number one, you must be a child and a parent put together.
How do I be a child and a parent?
Two, very good question. First of all, understand the trend, the codes,
like you said,
the languages, the music. I know them. I dance them. There is no latest dance step.
But for you, it's easier.
No, it's not easier.
No, hold it there. Because you are in the entertainment, you are an MC, you are this, you are that, you are a dramatist.
I don't hold brief for me.
I'm not holding brief. I'm saying you are.
I'm not the only entertainer that.
No, hold on.
Okay.
She is not an entertainer. I am mixed.
Okay.
I'm conservative at the same time. Yeah, before you start saying I'm a Cancer, I can switch roles. But very good at switching. So if I want to belong to this world, I'll be fully in this world. If I want to come back to this world, so I can mix the two together. For somebody like her, she's conservative. Abi? 90-100%. Abi? Am I holding brief for you?
Let me just cut you there. Okay. No, let me just cut there. We keep mouthing it.
Okay.
Change is constant and you are not changing. The only thing that is constant, see, there is nothing. The human being is designed in such a way that you can be anything you want to be.
If you want to.
You see, that's why somehow the way I'm wired, I don't take excuses. The way I'm wired. If I tell you to come, I will take $1,000, and you don't keep to time by 8 a.m. in the morning, you will not tell me, I know some wake up quick. You will not say that. The waking up quick in you
should wake you quick.
No, we come out by force. $1,000 or $10,000. You will see yourself. So the human.
You will not even sleep.
Just if you want to try a Nigerian, tell him by tomorrow you are going to US. You will not sleep throughout the night. You will be like this. You are looking at the plane because you have not even traveled to US. So everything is doable within the power given to us by God. There's this laziness there's this statement that encourages laziness in us. In my family, we are like that. Continue being like that. And you keep telling people change this because if you are deliberate, there are certain things I do now I was not doing before. Marriage should metamorphose your thinking. Marriage should metamorphose. Yes, childbirth. Don't you see a man that used to be rough, doing anything, when he starts giving birth to children, he starts saying,
you will adjust.
It is gradually you are being influenced. So why not pick it up from there?
Okay. Gentlemen, we have just 5 minutes to go. So how do we protect our children from this imminent danger? So that we don't have a society, because we're gradually having a society where you have children dead drug on the street, lying on the street. It's not enough to have how many millions out of school children today. It's not, and then the ones that are even in school will soon join them. That's the danger that we are in today. Yes, you've been into school business for a very long time. How do we stop this?
For me, as parents, in the first place, the issue of language still comes to play. We should be open to our children. If I'm a drunkard, as you said, don't send your child to go and buy this and that. But let them know.
Are you a drunkard?
I'm not.
If that was what she used the word if.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I lived with the white where they were drinking wine, which I tested, but I don't now.
Okay.
Yes, I tested.
So you're an
of
ex.
wine.
Yes,
the
Okay.
Italians and the Irish,
Okay.
they drink, but just little. Everything has
Okay, then you used to take little.
just little,
Okay.
not much.
And it takes you high to some level and bring
No,
you.
it was not taken. It didn't stop me from. They don't even allow you to take what will make you go.
Okay.
haywire.
Okay.
So we should be open to our children. Let our children know who you are. For me, I have nothing to hide. I love telling my stories. The positive and the
Do you
negative
think children of
aspect.
today want to listen to those kind of old stories?
They do.
They only want to listen to stories where they make quick money.
They do. Some do. They
Okay.
still do.
Okay.
Yes. That will give them the opportunity to ask you questions, to even advise you, to even ask you, how did you get to this level where you are? Then secondly, we should be able to set rules and regulations in our homes. Then have some expectations.
Very true.
Yes. If at 7 o'clock, like my dad, I still refer to him, he's my role model. 7 o'clock shouldn't meet you outside the compound.
7 p.m.
7 p.m. He will lock his gate, he will go and close the gate. Nobody had access to outside. So that should be practiced as well on the side of parents. Make sure you set rules and regulations in your home and have some expectation. Okay, this thing, I don't want my child to be out at 8 p.m. What am I expecting from the child? I'm expecting the child to be
Okay.
conscious
The last
of-
question I want to ask the two of you to
No,
round it.
something-
No, one question I want to ask.
I want to just
so that we can quickly round it up. For private schools that are revenue driven, profit driven, all they want is to have rich people come to their schools, they make money, and the rich people comes with their own baggage. Their children are drug addicts from home. The school can't discipline them. Because you are a minister, your child is in my school, maybe 3 or 4, and you pay $1 million per term, and you're giving me 3 million every term, and your children are drug addicts. And if I complain, the next thing you do is to pull your children out of
and I will lose revenue.
And I will lose revenue. So how do we balance morals and revenue at the same time? This is the question I'm going to pose for you in just 2 minutes.
Okay. First and foremost, there was something I was going to say about you. I think
setting the rules.
not even setting the rules. Then to this question before, there's something I wanted to say. But
Sorry, I
forgot
just
it. Loving a child is one of them, and one of the things that makes a child change and learn faster, as simple as it is, learn to keep to promises.
Okay.
A child is very sensitive to promises. When you tell your child, "I'm going to do this," do it, and that applies to the schools. Most schools don't have laid down rules and principles. When you tell a child, if you come late, you make a promise as a teacher, the child watches you, not do what I do and don't do what I say. Do it, both of them.
Okay.
So that is one of the ways these schools can tackle these things. Let your behavior, your conduct as a teacher, as a school, let it set the record. A child that is badly trained can also, because the purpose of contact is impact. When I begin to roll with somebody who is well behaved, I'm likely to also start behaving well.
Okay.
You understand? So let's have teachers with strong character, in-depth principles, and the rest of them. And you see the child start contacting it by
And
default.
school owners too, they should be principles.
Yes, to be
and
principles
discipline.
and
So that you
discipline.
don't open a school just for profit or anything.
Yes.
And I think the regulatory agency, the Ministry of Education, and every other person also need to check schools. Unfortunately, today, the stories you hear from federal government colleges, I don't even want to go to the public school. That's a different ball game already. But they need to do more. And so that, because it's when you set the rules, and the sanctions, that people learn. And because if you find a school where you have drug addiction, that school you just seize their licenses. because that's the only way we can curtail this. Gentlemen, you can't do anything more than that. By the time I seize your license and you don't have a school to run, then tomorrow you wake up with your own sanctions and do it very well. And like all of you said, communication is very important. Parents must be very open to their children, and according to you, they must learn the slangs, even learn the step, the dance step. And
be like them.
Be like them. So that when you are gyrating like them, they say, no, there's a line.
They know that daddy is aware. Daddy
is aware. Not even daddy, mommy should also be.
Oh, I'm speaking because I mean daddy.
The mommy should be, because someday the daddy will not be there and the mommy will be there. Maybe the daddy is far away somewhere trying to hustle and meet up, and the mommy is the one that is at home. So the mommy too must also, fall into this learning the language, learning the dance and all of that. Gentlemen, lady, it's been a very wonderful conversation. We'll continue tomorrow with another topic. I thank you very much to the only man in the house for
thank you very much for having me.
Toes, yes. And to Felicia, my colleague, who is always agreeing and not agreeing. All right. And that's the show.